is about trying to field ground balls correctly. And I'm a big fan of promoting the footwork of ground balls. I think a lot of the mistakes that kids make and errors that are made are really a result of bad footwork. So I have a real quick tip that's a little more advanced for maybe the little leaguer, but once a kid gets around 10 years old, maybe a little bit beyond that, they can start to think about this a little bit. Most kids in Little League, when they are taught to field a ground ball, they are taught to move straight at the ball. So on the floor here, you'll see that I have a line set up and then a baseball at the end of that line. Now, in general, that's not bad advice to tell kids to charge the ball, to go after the ball. That's good advice. But as kids get older, it's generally not good enough. We need to improve that footwork a little bit because as they get older, the game gets faster. And you have to become more and more efficient, particularly in the middle infield, where you have not a lot of time to catch the ball and get the ball to first base. So I tell kids the very first thing that they need to do on a ground ball isn't necessarily move forward. My biggest priority as a coach is to tell kids that when the ball is hit right at them, they need to do the best they can to get to the right side of the ball, okay? And I tell kids, if you are set up and a ball is hit right at you, right on this line, if you were to move to the right side of the ball and stop, the ball should roll right past your left leg. All right, if you did that, then you got to the right side of the ball, okay? So here's why though. The last two steps before an infielder catches a baseball are just about always going to be right foot forward and then left foot forward. Two separate steps. Doing that will set my feet up for better footwork in order to catch the ball. Let's say I did it the wrong way. Let's say I went straight ahead at the ball and my last two steps to widen my feet were left foot and right foot. If I am moving forward to charge this ball, you'll notice that my momentum is going right towards home plate. If I did the proper steps and I went right foot and then left foot, you see what happens to the ball. Now the ball is on this side of my body and it's going to be tough to field, okay? So in order to keep the ball in the center of my body, if I move straight ahead, you'll find that kids will come up on the ball and they will hop. And when they hop, they stop. Yes, they did keep the ball in the center of their body, but when they land, their body stops. Now they have to catch and then waste time getting started again in order to make the throw. As kids get older, they're going to find that that kid's going to be safe at first base. So I want to try to take care of my momentum aspect before I even catch the ball. And as you'll see, it also sets my body up in a better position with the ball in front of me. So this time, I'm right behind the ball's hit right at me, and so the first movement I'm going to do is to get to the right side of the ball. Now when I'm on the right side of the ball, now I charge as normal. And I just time it, like always, that my last two steps before I touch the ball are right foot and then left foot, and then I catch the ball. Now if I do those two steps, you'll notice a couple things. First off, when I come forward and my last two steps are right foot, left foot, it's a big right foot forward and now a big left foot forward. You can see the ball is back in the center of my body. It's not over here like what happened when I charged straight at the ball. Ball's back in the center of my body and I'm fielding it in the correct position. You'll also notice that when my left foot lands, my momentum has shifted. My momentum has shifted from charging straight at home plate or the ground ball towards now heading a little bit towards first base. And that's what I want. I want to change my momentum so that I can catch the ball and continue moving straight to my target. I don't have to stop. I continue moving right through the ground ball. So putting my left foot down right there changes the direction of my momentum before I even catch the ball. And if I can do it before I catch the ball, that is one less thing I have to do after I catch the ball. So now, when I move through the ball, I can pick the ball up, my momentum is already heading towards first base, and I don't have to stop in the middle of fielding the ground ball. So, just watch it in slow motion here. I start off in my normal position, the ball's hit right at me. My first movement is to get to the right side of the ball, and I charge as normal, and that's right foot, left foot, continue towards first base. So if I get to the right side of the ball, it sets my feet up for a better position. Now, of course, the tough part is not every ball is going to be hit right at you. A ball hit at me and a ball to my glove side, it's going to be easy to stay to the right of the ball. But a ball hit on this side is a little bit more difficult. If I am playing right here and the ball is hit on this line, well, then I have to make sure I do the best I can to hustle to get on this side of the ball and then round it and set my feet up for a better position. The good fielders do it. Of course, there's always going to be balls hit too far to your right or too hard where you're going to have to backhand, where you're not going to be able to get to the right side of the ball. But on most routine plays, it's perfectly fine for a fielder to be able to get to the right side of the ball. They have to be quick of feet. They have to have quick enough feet in order to do it. And many times, once they learn that process, fielding becomes so much easier because everything is smooth. They never stop the field. They're always on the proper side of the ball. The ball always ends up being fielded right in the center of their body. And after they catch the ball, their momentum just continues to take them right towards first base. So everything gets set up better as long as you get to the right side of the ball.